We are gathered here today to mourn the death of Eustass Kid's career. To say a few words, let's call Kid's accomplishments to the podium. Hi, I'm Kid's Accomplishments. From the beginning, we had a problem. On introduction, Kid was the hottest rookie, a mass killer with a bounty higher than Luffy's, only other supernova to have a supernova. He did a Destiny's Child with the other top supernova, took down some marine grunts, teamed up with Trafalgar Law to take down a pacifista. That's foreshadowing. Some retired and fleeing Nero the pirates are trying to get to paradise, so he crucified them. He's doing okay so far. Post-time skip. He wrecked some Big Mom ships, a commander, and stole poneglyph rubbings, but a Shanks commander disarmed him. Plans for round 2 with Shanks, makes a BGs with Apu and Hawkins, but Kaido gets the drop on him. Now he's in prison.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
Did the raid, formed 5th Harmony with the other supernovas to take down Tag Team Yonko, pulled some cool wrestling moves, did the least damage, and left. Foreshadowing pays off, teams up with La to fight Big Mom, hipped out some awakening, some strong art pieces, hard-hitting moves. But when your strongest attack leaves your opponent smiling on some Tupac,
5 shots couldn't drop me, I took it and smiled.
Kid and La beat Big Mom by a technicality, or ring out. She was yammering all the way down about how she hasn't lost yet and you haven't seen the last of her.
And it would have been mine if it hadn't been to those meddling kids.
Anno is over, it's round 2 against Shanks, and never send a kid to do a man's job. I'm not saying Kid is twins with Shiki, but you can see the problem here, right? It's not that Kid's not strong. Objectively speaking, he's one of the strongest characters out. I'm saying he's the light Yagami of the One Piece world. Whenever you see Kid, expect to see an L show up soon. Thank you, Kid's accomplishments. Now, we yield the floor to Kid's character. First things first, I just want to acknowledge what everyone says. We never got a Kid backstory. Where's the Kid flashback? I want to say, I never needed a flashback. I think backstories and flashbacks are overused in shonen. Just look at Hisoka. He's a role model of great character. And anyway, I did get a backstory in an SBS. But moving on, I could have used some fleshing out, in all honesty. Like, the whole murder thing, nothing ever really happened with that. Check this. Kid's bounty is higher than Luffy's. There's no way that could be true. Luffy defeated a Shishibukai, declared war on the world government, and was charged with destroying Enies lobby. And Kid's bounty is higher because he murdered civilians? And to top that off, Luffy punched a celestial dragon, led a prison break out of Impel Down, and interfered in the Marine Forward War. And post-time skip, Kid's bounty is still higher? Luffy's out here making history. Kid is trying his best. I mean, he kills people.
And death.
You know who else kills people? Most other pirates. Even back in East Blue, Buggy destroys entire villages. That was Kuro's plan. And Krieg does what he does. Most pirates loot and pillage entire towns. Kid has to be committing literal genocide for this to make sense. Kid does say he killed whoever laughed at him and his dreams. Bro, how many people are laughing at you? Is Kid Ben Shapiro after his WAP comments?
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up.
It is not possible for that many people to laugh at him. That aside, what really would have helped Kid? If we actually saw a Eustass massacre. What have we seen? Kid crucifying fleeing pirates. Doesn't count, they're pirates. What else? Kid is shooting Shanks' fleet. People get this twisted because they're so weak, and it seems like bullying. But these aren't civilians. They're pirates. Pirates literally standing in his way. They knew what they signed up for. Instead, show Kid killing peace-loving, minding their business civilians. Show him as the actual serial murderer you're telling us he is. Now he's a much better contrast with Luffy the hero compared to Kid the villain. Thank you, Kid's character. If Kid's rival status may approach. I'ma be straight up. I'ma keep it real. I kinda suck.
I totally suck. Everything I did this week totally sucks. Everything I've ever done totally sucks.
I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to others. So kids, adults, don't do this at home. Check the goats. Goku and Vegeta. Goku wants to be stronger. Vegeta wants to be the strongest. Goku reps hard work and meritocracy. Vegeta reps talent and knowing your place.
You're either perfect or you're not me.
To keep it short, Asta and Yuno, Midori and Bakugo, they all fall into that category. But Luffy ain't really about that talent versus hard work, and neither am I. So what makes us rivals? We both want to be Pirate King? Well, so do all these guys. So that's not it either. We're both conquerors, Haki. That's a plus for me. But that just makes us argue and compete a lot. Fun, but superficial. Nothing special. What else do we have? Luffy's main thing is that he likes to have fun. He likes adventures. He likes freedom. All the strength and the training, that's just there to help him have fun with friends. How is Kid supposed to compete with that? Have a fun competition? A freedom fight? That doesn't make sense. Kid and Luffy have nothing to contrast with. No competing philosophies to duel. They don't even have shared history. But you know who has a real rivalry with Luffy? Yep, just like Ace, I'm losing to Blackbeard. Blackbeard is Luffy's real rival. They're both fun-loving with different tastes, shared history, and have contrasting philosophies. Luffy is max adventure, Blackbeard is max scheming. Really, Kid is just a mean guy that yells a lot. That's all I got to say. I kinda suck. Stan Blackbeard. Thank you for your time, Kid's Rivalry. For our final speaker, we have a special guest. Not Ichiro Oda. Not Ichiro Oda? Yes, for legal reasons. Mr. Not Oda, the floor is yours. Hey guys, you see, the thing is, I don't really like rivalries. Yeah, never really have. What? You're thinking Zoro and Sanji? That's Musashi from Vagabond versus Soma from Food Wars. That's Michael Jordan versus Gordon Ramsay. That's not a rivalry at all. No one wants to see that death battle. Zoro and Sanji are two people who love each other, but don't like each other. That's not a rivalry, that's an old married couple. Jokes, elderly love is beautiful, guys. I mean, look what I did to Kobe. I set him up to be a rival, and then, well, yeah. The greatest thing he ever did was do a good John Lennon cover in the middle of a war. Great for your karaoke team, not so much for a battle. The other rivals, Roger versus Whitebeard, we've seen them fight once, and they're pretty chill with each other otherwise. They aren't even really competing like that. I haven't even shown you Garp versus Roger yet. And before you see them fight, you hear about them teaming up to fight another dude. Even in some of Not My First manga, look at Monsters. Rumors searched for a possible rival, the King, but really, it was him all along. You see, I really don't do rivals. I just made up this rival character because that's what shonen normally does, so I just kinda figured I'd do it too. I made Kid audition for a role I never intended to give out.
Get the hell out! Get out! Get out!
So that's my bad. Okay, not Ichiro Oda, peacing out. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, Mr. Not Oda. We'd like to remember Eustass Kid by his final words right now. That's deep. If there's any takeaway lesson here, it's not to do things just because everyone else is doing them. Example, just because everyone around you is drinking bubble tea and you don't really like it, don't let people pressure you into drinking bubble tea. I just don't like it that much, and that doesn't make me a bad person. Jokes, no one's ever bullied me into liking bubble tea. But for real, whether it's bubble tea, or jerk chicken, or doubles, or mandazi, or writing shonen rival characters, don't let the crowd peer pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. This is the end of the video, and the funeral. Go in peace.